Hello, my name is Maria Canales-Bennett, and I am the First Lady of Professional Wrestling. And I'm gonna need you to subscribe to Just Alyx YouTube channel because, well, it's wrestling reviews. So make sure you like the video and click the bell. Thank you so much. Peace, friends.
Hello all and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space. For wrestling fans like you, I am your host Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my AEW Dynamite review, January 17th. Before I even get into the review, please give me a second to honor the 1-year anniversary of Jay Briscoe, who passed away last year tragically in a car accident. And they had a segment tonight with Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe came out. He talked about his brother. And then he mentioned that his daughters, Jay Briscoe's daughters, Mark Briscoe's nieces, were also in the car with Jay Briscoe. And as you can imagine, they also suffered injuries. One particular daughter, forgot her name, but one of the daughters was told she would never walk again. And wouldn't you know it, that same daughter that was told she would never walk again came walking out onto the stage. Beautiful moment. Beautiful. Amazing. Heartwarming segment. And then the video package afterwards. Oh. Let me tell you something. You can hate on AEW for a lot of things. But when it comes time to honor their legends, honor the wrestlers before them and afterwards, people like Brody Lee, Jay Briscoe, they knock it out of the park every single time. Beautiful, beautiful tribute to one half of the Briscoe brothers. Man, it's still crazy even thinking about how we lost him. He was here 1 second and then boom, gone. But yeah, I loved everything about that segment. And I'm going to be real with you. I think because of that segment, I have just an overall love for this particular episode. There are going to be people that feel like it was too much wrestling, although I disagree with that sentiment. I thought there was a lot of development for Revolution, new characters being introduced, or at least new character directions. I thought the main event was excellent. I thought the opening match was great. Old school, pure old school wrestling between Christian Cage and Dustin Rhodes. When you think about the fact that these men have been wrestling for over 20 years, over 2 decades. I literally remember Goldust, Booker T versus Chris Jericho and Christian happening in 2003. That's over 20 years ago. And they still going strong. Give it up to them, man. Respect your legends, because you don't know how long you have them while they're here. I love that opening match. Yes, it was slow, but for me, I am someone that loves old school. pure old school professional wrestling. I think it still works. I think if done in spurts here and there, especially on a show like this that was jam-packed with in-ring action, it still works. I loved it. Could it have been set up better? Yeah. Didn't like the fact that they just gave Dustin Rhodes a match out of nowhere. You could have at least had him earn it. But whatever. The match was great. Lots of time for Swerve or Shane Strickland, Hangman Page, as they hype up what I think is going to be a triple threat match for the AEW World Championship involving Samoa Joe. Got some tag team action. Finally, some tag team wrestling on tonight's show. Private Party versus Top Flight. Match was awesome, by the way. Even had Private Party cheating to get the victory. Uh-oh. Are we gonna get some heels? I mean, I'm cool with it. Although I think Private Party is one of those tag teams, if they do heel stuff, it will just make the crowd like them more. That's just me. Even the Best Friends, although technically it wasn't Best Friends versus Lucha Brothers because apparently both Phoenix and Chuck Taylor are injured, or they're hurt and not able to compete for this week. But regardless, both tag matches were great. My only issue with tonight's show was the fact that the women only got 15 minutes. And I've been trying to advocate for more TV time for the women. Currently, AEW has one of the best female rosters in the world, and it's going to get better when Mercedes Moné comes in. You're not going to get the most out of them with only 15 minutes. I'm sorry. Now, what they did tonight was great. I enjoyed what they did with Deonna Purrazzo, showcasing her in-ring prowess, her in-ring skills, against Anna Jay. Anna Jay got TV time. Great. It was a really good match. Toni Storm shined on commentary. Love her character. Basically telling Deonna Purrazzo, technically speaking, I am going to punch you in the box. You know what the box means, right? Out of the box. Not that box. But yeah, she basically told her she was going to punch her in the vajayjay. Hilarious. And look, I'm cool with what they did. I just think we can do a lot more with the women. I don't like this idea that we have 5 hours of television and the women only get 30 minutes a week. That's unacceptable. No. How do you have 5 hours of television and the women only get 30 goddamn minutes? That's never okay. The women should be furious about that. They at least deserve an hour a week. At least an hour a week. You can get them an hour a week. But look, I'm not going to sit here and complain about anything else, though. I thought the Young Bucks segment was great. Apparently, they're no longer the Young Bucks. They are now known as your Executive Vice Presidents, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. You will address them by their proper names, the EVPs, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. And they told the world that they are sick of the old guard and they're gonna move the old guard out and make the way for the new. And it starts with Sting. They made it official. They will be fighting Sting at Revolution. Tag team. Wow. Sting's final match will be against the Young Bucks. So, here's the good news. It'll be a 5-star classic. You already know Dave Meltzer's gonna give that 5 stars. Probably more. I'll be shocked if he doesn't give it 5 stars. It's Sting's final match, and it's against literally one of the best tag teams in history. I think it's going to be great. 6-man tag action. Bullet Club Gold, who worked as babyfaces tonight, interesting, against Mogul Assembly. I think I covered everything. The only thing left to talk about is that main event. So, I'm going to just be honest with you. Because I know a lot of people are going to come up here and say that Hook got buried. I'm here to tell you that those narratives are false. Don't you listen to a single word that they said. Anyone that saw this match, that watched this match, knew the moment it was over, Hook was made. I think Hook got more over, got more established with this one loss. Now, I think this is his second loss overall, but this one loss, established Hook a lot more than any of his 28 wins. Because that's the narrative they were pushing. 28 wins, 28 wins, 28 wins. First off, it's one thing to beat Serpentico and Kip Sabian and Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. It's another thing to beat Kenny Omega, MJF, Samoa Joe. Hook never did that. Don't give me this 28 and 1. Has he beaten any main event players? So to me, yeah, he had an undefeated streak, but that didn't matter to me. What matters is, can he take it to the main eventer, the main eventers? Also, I cared more about how Taz felt about it. I was more concerned about, okay, what's going to happen with Hook before the match and then after the match? Because the match itself, I already know it's going to be great. I'm more concerned about what's the future, what's the story here, what are we doing with Hook? Man, let me tell you something. That boy went in there, and the type of beating that Hook took, I don't want to compare it to Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to compare it to Jeff Hardy versus The Undertaker from 2002, that ladder match for the World Championship. That's the match I'm going to compare it to, because it's clear to everybody. Like it was with Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, Hook was outmatched. He was outgunned. There was no way he was beating Samoa Joe. It wasn't about beating Samoa Joe. It was about standing up to him. This boy kicked out of the Muscle Buster at 1. Forced Joe to choke him out with the Coquina Clutch. And he didn't tap out. He didn't submit. He passed out. And I love throughout the match, you had Taz concerned for his son, standing on the side, checking in on him. And you can hear the concern in his voice during commentary. That's the shit that makes stars. And then after the match was done, Hook got up on his feet and said, I ain't done with your ass. I'm still standing. Like Jeff Hardy did to Undertaker. I'm still standing. I want some more. Because everyone knows that the fight is not over unless one man is down. If one man stays down, if one man stays down, the fight's over. Hook said, fuck the match. You beat me. It ain't goddamn about the match. I want you to fight me. Joe got back inside the ring, low blowed him, hit him with another muscle buster, and Hook got right back up. That's how you make a star. That is how you establish somebody. Now, Hangman Page went out there to make the save, which I did not like. I did not like that at all. Seriously, I thought that took away from it. It should have just been Hook. Hook should have just walked down on his own 2 feet, or Joe should have just did a taker and just gave him his respect and walked out. Or not, just let them alone. But anyways, Hangman Page went out there, and then you saw Swerve in the crowd, and there it is. They're teasing a triple threat match for the AEW World Championship at AEW Revolution. So I think we know what the card is going to be already. The main event is going to be Sting's last match. It has to be. Sting, Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks. The AEW World Championship, Joe, Swerve, Hangman Page. Deonna Purrazzo versus Toni Storm. We're probably going to do... Because I'm thinking about tag teams now. Who's the tag team champs? I'm thinking it's Ricky Starks. It's Ricky Starks and Big Bill. I know there. But it's going to be those two against... I have no idea. FTR? See, this division needs some serious help because it's all over the place. It used to be I can predict who's next in line for the tag team titles, but now I can't even do that. So we'll find out. When it comes to trios, we'll find out. I have no idea. The tag team divisions are dead. Okay, they're not dead. They just need some repair. Because I have no idea what they're doing when it comes to the tag teams. Tony Khan has gotten so far away from that, it's ridiculous. I mean, like, we have how many tag team belts on the main roster? We have the ROH tag team belts, you have the trios belts, and you have the regular belts. That's too many belts, number one. It's too many belts. But it is what it is. I'm not tripping. They're going to do Orange Cassidy versus... Adam! Roderick Strong. And it's looking like Konosuke Takeshita, I said it right, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. So, we have a card. Now, what they do at the TBS Championship, we'll find out on Collision. I'm assuming it's Thunder Rosa versus freaking, Julia Hart, hopefully. But it could be anybody, really. We'll just find that out later. Yeah, man, I think Revolution is looking stacked. It's looking like a stat card worth the $50. Hopefully we can get away from the $50 model and we get this on a streaming service. Let's make that happen soon. But regardless, yeah, I can't complain about the setup and the build for the show. Tonight's episode was awesome. Again, bias, complete bias, I'll admit it. Jay Briscoe tribute took me over the edge. I probably love this a lot more than anyone would because of my investment and love for the Briscoes. Still, this was an excellent episode. Better than your usual Dynamites. And I think going forward, if we get more shows like this, I'm pretty sure things will work out better for AEW. That's just how I feel. But give me your thoughts. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Let's pay these bills. Let's do the shout outs. Get your super chats in. And before I even get to any of that, moderators, you know what to do. Discord, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to plug the Discord, and we're going to plug it hard. Really hard. Now, the plan is to get to at least 100 people in the Discord. I think we currently have like 80. I'm pretty sure it's like close to 100. So, moderators, plug the Discord link in the description. And the description's already there. There's already a link down below in the description. But, moderators, plug a Discord link in the chat. Get people there. Promote. We're going to see if we can get at least 100 for Royal Rumble, if not more. Now, next Saturday is the Royal Rumble. I would like to be able to chat with you guys while it's happening. So, get on that Discord. Let's make it happen, Captain. Now we can plug the rest of the show. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it! Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Give us a follow on the Discord. And give me a follow on TikTok. You want to know why? Because I'm the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix t-shirt made by It's Jane Ox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor, SeatGeek. Ladies and gentlemen, it is concert season. It is wrestling season. Football season, ladies and gentlemen. If you are someone that's looking for discount on football tickets, if you're looking for discount on concert tickets, if you're looking for discount on wrestling tickets, you want to use SeatGeek. And when you use SeatGeek, be sure you use the promo code JustAlyx in checkout to get $20 off. 20. I said 20. I said $20 off any ticket purchase. So, how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor for more details? And then we'll get to some shout out. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlyx. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I just posted a link to the Discord. Join the Discord! Once again, the goal is to get 100 people in the Discord by next week. I think we can hit more than that. I think we can hit higher than that. Thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. I gotta wait for this chat to catch up with everybody else, though. Anyways, you know what to do. Show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shawn Knight, 7 Firestar Heart, Elias, a Demon, YouTube Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything, and of course, Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. It is imperative that you guys like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm not going to waste any time. You know what to do. Get your super chats in. Let me go ahead and do some shout outs here. I see Black Queen Gaming in his house. We got Highway Dylan Danger. Stephen Brand. I see Dulcie Chatham. I see Mark Galan. Did I say it right? Galan? Is it Galan or Galan? Mark Galan or Galan? You let me know, Mr. Mark, sorry. Joseph Winters. Wrestle Spider. Ryan B. CLC Beats, who says, not a bad show. Main event had Jeff Hardy versus Taker vibes. Literally, in every single way. Jack Lumbombard. Good to have you here, sir. We got Sean Swaby, baby, and his house. Juan Orozco, Shaw Yisrael. I also see Mike Pringle. Mike Pringle says Big Bill Ricky and Starks. Big Bill Ricky and Starks versus Sting and Darby Allin for the AEW Tag Team Championship before Revolution. Therefore, it will be Sting and Darby taking the belts into the show to fight the Young Bucks. Young Bucks. Maybe that's the direction. We'll have to find out. The Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter. Pikachu Black. Shadow Star. Nate Klein. And let's give this last one to Striker Multimedia Inc. Alright, thank y'all all so much for being here. You all know what to do. Join the Discord. Give me your thoughts down below about the show. I appreciate you all for being here. You guys are awesome. Is it Galan? Okay. Galan. Gotcha. Interesting. Galan. Mark Galan. I appreciate the correction there, sir. Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch gears to the show here. Again, I thought this show was awesome. I thought they did an excellent job all around with storytelling. New character directions. Matches were top notch. The crowd. So, look, it's no secret that AEW is struggling to sell tickets. They're not hot right now. They're currently going through a cold period, and it's no secret that we're currently dealing with a very blizzard, cold issue across the country. An Arctic blast, if you will, and people are not going out. So I noticed that the lighting during the show was not great. You can barely see the crowd, probably because they didn't want you to see the crowd, because nobody was there. But the people that were there, they were into the show. I just miss these hot crowds, man. AEW used to have some of the hottest crowds in the world. Now they don't. And it sucks. But you work with what you got. They work with what they got. It especially sucks when they actually do have an awesome show. You know what I mean? I thought this show deserved a better crowd. But the people that were there, they came. They came to have fun. So, first match was a AEW TNT Championship match. The Patriarch, Christian Cage, took on Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust. This match was great. If you like old school wrestling, if you're a fan of that old school style, they start slow and then build to a climactic finish. That's exactly what this was. And the fact that both of these men are in their 50s. Christian is literally 50 years old. Dustin Rhodes, I think, is 54. They worked this match like it was worked 20 years ago. I swear to God, go back and watch. Now, I'm pretty sure they had a singles match, but go back and watch this tag match. I remember seeing it. It's Booker T, Goldust, Chris Jericho, Christian, 2003 on Raw. Go back and watch that match. See how Christian and Goldust work with each other. They come back and watch this match. You will literally, it's just like they teleported from 2003 to now. Same quality. Incredible. I hate that Dustin Rhodes was set up as a jobber. They didn't really give him much to work with. They didn't set him up as someone that can beat Christian, which made this match not as interesting going into it. But as the match got going and then we saw them do what they was doing, the near falls were amazing. I think Dustin Rhodes kicked out of a kill switch, one, and then he didn't kick out of the second one. Yeah, he did a freaking Canadian Destroyer on the Prodigy, Nick Wayne. Looked amazing, by the way. It was a great match. Christian came out looking strong. But I already know, here's my biggest issue with people like Dustin Rhodes. He comes in, he has a great match, then he just goes away, and then they do nothing with him. They do nothing with him afterwards. He just goes away. I don't understand that. You have him do all this crap. You have him have these great matches, better than anyone his age should be having, then he just goes away. That's a massive issue. But because their roster is so big, and because creatively they're not that great, I'm sorry, like creatively they're struggling, that's what happens. But match was great though. Swerve Strickland had a promo backstage. He says he's focused. He will be watching the main event to determine who will be his target for that world title. But when he was asked about Hangman Page, he says he has eyes everywhere. And Hangman is impeccable. He's beaten Omega. He's beaten Danielson, Moxley, Strong, JD, Castagnoli. And he thinks Hangman Page could even beat God. But it doesn't matter because he can never beat Swerve. Crazy line. Crazy line. Now, Hangman Page, of course, had his retort later on in the night. He says, this is Hangman Page's promo, by the way. Hangman says, if you think back on the past 5 years, you won't find anyone who cared about the AEW World Championship more than he did. And he realized he wanted to win it then, but now he wants to hold it and make it his own. He tells Swerve it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter because Samoa Joe is the world champion, and he'll be watching the main event too. Again, building to that main event, or at least the World Heavyweight Championship match, triple threat, Revolution. So, yeah, fine promos. Best friends, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta. Originally, it was going to be Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta versus Penta at Cerro Miedo, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. But because Phoenix and Chuck Taylor are hurt, it's Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta versus Commander and Penta at Cerro Miedo. Fast-paced match. Very spot festy. Car crash, popcorn. I enjoyed it. It was nice. Best friends win. And then afterwards, you had Orange come face-to-face with Adam Roderick Strong, letting him know that he wants a shot at the AEW International Championship, his AEW Championship. And guess what? He gave it to him. Orange Cassidy said, let's do it right now. But then Roderick Strong said, you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait till Revolution in 6 weeks. All right. Sounds good to me. That's going to be a great match, by the way. I don't see Orange dropping the belt, but it'll be a great match. And then we got the Jay Briscoe tribute. Again, the fact that they had Mark Briscoe go out there and say such emotionally heart-tugging, tear-jerking words, and then the whole idea of, the doctors telling Jay Briscoe's daughter that she would never be able to walk again, and then she walks out there. Come on, man. And then the video package. Tear-jerking. People are crying, openly weeping. Beautiful, beautiful tribute. And part of the reason why I love this episode, quite frankly, might be the only reason, but, one of the main reasons I loved it. Then we got Young excuse me. Let me call them by their proper names. The Executive Vice Presidents, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Jackson. Sorry. So, Renee Young is interviewing them. This is pre-taped. Nick insists that you call them by their God-given names, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. And Matthew denies all the allegations of temper tantrums and whatnot and asks what she and Jon Moxley would do to protect their daughter and what they'd be willing to lose. They feel the exact same way about AEW. And they talk about the rumors. All the rumors you heard, the things you read online. Understand this. We're talking about changing the world, but there were disruptors and rebels. Out with the old and in with the new. And for a while they did that, but then they lost their way and the culture shifted. And the perception of the company was different. And it's because they started leaning on yesterday's self-serving, cancerous superstars. I wonder who they're referencing with that line. Self-serving, cancerous superstars. I'm pretty sure they're not referencing Sting. They even say it isn't about Sting. They say Sting is great. It's who Sting represents. It's what he represents. And in Revolution, they're going to take him out. Out with the old, in with the new. So, new, complete character directions for the Young Bucks. They're now corporate figures. They now are the ones that set the matches and acknowledge their roles as EVPs. Yeah, if that's what they're going to do, I mean, you might as well make heat off of it. Clearly, that's what they want to do. And ain't it funny? Ain't it hilarious that coming out of the Brawl in 2002, was it 22? My bad, 2022. Everyone was saying Punk was the cancer and the Bucks, well, not everyone. I wasn't. Most of the people were saying Punk is a cancer and the Bucks, it's the Bucks that are innocent. It was Kenny that was innocent. It's that Ace Steel and CM Punk, they're cancerous. Ain't it hilarious that CM Punk is currently a babyface and the Young Bucks are the heels now? Ain't it funny how that worked out? I'm just saying. I love the direction. I think it's going to be good for them. I'm interested. Let's see where it goes. Might bomb. All right, if it bombs, go back to being the Young Bucks. But for right now, I like the corporate figure look on them. They're going to keep the same in-ring style. But let's see what happens. I like it. All right, 6-man tag action. Bullet Club Gold. Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, and Switchblade Jay White defeated Mogul Embassy, Bishop Khan, Brian Cage, and Toa Leona. Thought this was a very fun 6-man tag match. Of course, there was an assist from The Acclaimed to help Bullet Club Gold win. So I'm assuming we're going to do The Acclaimed versus Bullet Club Gold in the future. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Sounds great to me. I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. Maybe that's the match for Revolution. Really quickly, let me go ahead and take this moment to mention another piece of news that I saw earlier today. Keith Lee. Now this comes from Nick Hausman, who is reporting that Keith Lee is getting ready or has already had double surgery. Now, what he's getting double surgery on, we don't know. He's keeping that part private. But he's about to go under the knife and take care of multiple issues. He's been dealing with since, one he's been dealing with since 2022. Another one he's been dealing with since WWE. Keith has been working hurt for a long time. And now he's trying to get fixed up. So, I don't know how long he's going to be out. I'm just going to wish him the best. Because I don't wish that upon anybody. He's one of the best big man athletes in the world. One of my favorite wrestlers today. And I just want him to be okay. That's all. I just want him to be okay. So, send your prayers for Keith Lee. Again, we're not going to talk about what it's for. I did see what it could possibly be for. I don't feel right talking about it. I'm going to let him say it. And then when he puts it out there, we'll talk about it. But just know it's serious. Just know it's serious. Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, had a really good match against Anna Jay. Her technical in-ring prowess is why she's one of the best female wrestlers in the world. She says she is the best female technical wrestler in the world. And she proved it. She looked really good in this match. She wins with the Venus de Milo. And then on commentary, you had Timeless Tony Storm flirting with Ian Riccaboni. But then after the match, Tony got on the microphone and told Deonna, technically, you are a twat. And I'm gonna punch you right in the box. She's gonna give her a JJ punch. Bow. Just bow in the box. And then she enters, she leaves, exits stage left, simply saying, shut up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. And she tosses a shoe at Deonna. And Deonna tossed that shit back at her. And that shit was hilarious. So this is gonna be the women's feud, the women's championship match for Revolution. Damn, they're just throwing Deonna into a women's championship match. She just got here. Damn. All right, I'm not complaining, but damn, it should be an interesting match. I'm thinking it's gonna be a great match because both of them are great inside the ring. And you already know Tony's gonna sell like a motherfucker for her, so that's gonna be fun. And I'm assuming, again, we're going to assume that the TBS Championship match will be Julia versus Fonda Grossa. Tag team action, Private Party. Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn making their return match, because they've been gone for a while, against Top Flight. Match was great, very fun, fast paced. Private Party win by grabbing the ropes. They cheated. Interesting direction, choice. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great way to showcase Private Party. And now we have some stories. And look, any step in the right direction, I'm going to praise AEW for. We had a lot of tag team action tonight. I'm still waiting on the stories to come, but you know what? We can get there later. All right, let's get the tag teams reestablished first. Let's get more TV time for the women. Let's get the tag team divisions reestablished. And let's get some flow back into these shows. And let's do the same thing for Collision and Rampage. You hear me? So, we're not there yet, but any step in the right direction should be praised. Main event. Samoa Joe versus Hook. One of my biggest issues for this particular match was the fact that I feel like AEW left a lot of storytelling elements on the table. You could have gotten a lot out of this. What they got out of it was awesome. But I feel like you can get even more out of it. Now, will they in the future? Probably. But for right now, I just feel like, and this is just me personally, how I feel. You can disagree with me if you want. I just feel like we didn't maximize the potential of how big this main event could have been. Everybody loves Hook. He's been one of the favorites since CM Punk came out and said, send Hook. They just want to see him kick ass. That's it. No one cares about his fucking record. They just want to see him kick ass. And these promos that he does, which are not on TV, by the way, they're on social media where he's in the streets and he's talking like a regular person in the streets. He's in the strip clubs. He's a man. He's a man of Brooklyn. He's a man of the streets. And that's such a cool character. And you have this, let's just call it this underdog facing someone that's out of his league. Everyone knew that he wasn't going to beat Samoa Joe. It wasn't about beating Samoa Joe. It was about telling the story, making us think that he had the fight in him. There was a fight in this dog. And he brought the fight. Got out there, started going after Joe immediately. Started going after him. Commercial break. No commercial breaks, by the way. Commercial free. Commercial break free. How about that? No breaks. And it was a strong start. It really is. And eventually, Joe slowed him down. An elbow to the face. And then a spinning Uranagi. A spinning Uranagi through the table. Hook hit the table so hard. You could hear the smack. It was loud. And then Hook was defiant. He gave Joe a middle finger, 2 middle fingers. Joe picked his ass up and then powerbombed him on the apron. And then he just beat the shit out of him. It was literally Joe's match towards the end of it. Hook got like maybe 10 more seconds of offense, but it was all Joe at that point. Joe was hitting him with muscle busters, suplexes. Hook kicked out of a muscle buster at 1, and then Hook tried to hook in the Taz mission. Joe countered it into the Coquina clutch, and Hook passed out. He didn't tap out. He passed out. But then, again, this is how you make stars. He lost the match, but after the match, Hook got back up and said, bitch, come on. Come here, bitch. I'm not done with your ass. Joe took exception to that. So Joe got back inside the ring, low blowed him, and then hit him with another muscle buster. And then Hook got back up again. I love it. I love the storytelling. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you create stars. My only issue with this is Hook getting rescued by Hangman Page. I did not like that. Why did Hangman Page have to go rescue him? He ain't no one's bitch. I would have preferred it if Hook just walked out on his own 2 feet. Let Samoa Joe get back in there and whip his ass again, and then Hook just walks out. I think that would have been a lot better. Hangman Page didn't need to come save him, didn't need to come out and raise his hand. No, I didn't need that shit. That was not necessary. Like, it would have been perfect if Joe just whipped his ass, walked away, and Hook stayed down for a little bit longer, but still got back up. And then he walked out. Maybe you could have had Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland meet up on top of the stage or something like that to highlight the match. And I understand why they did that. But man, I don't think Hangman Page should have been out there. Nitpick, but that's just me. Yeah, man, that was an awesome episode. An awesome episode of Dynamite. And look, I understand that these views for Dynamite for AEW are low. Anytime I speak positively on it, anytime I do a positive review, whether it's a pay-per-view review or a Dynamite review, people don't watch. Sadly, the ecosystem here for AEW is that for you to get views, you have to rant on it. You have to say it's garbage. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to come up here just to rant for views. I thought the show was awesome. And I'm going to say it was awesome. I will give Tony Khan and AEW their props when they deserve it. I'm not going to come up here to do what everyone else is going to do. Rant and get views. No, I'm going to do what I need to do. Call it like it is. Point out the good things. Because I think that's what matters. So there you go. I thought the show was awesome. What did you think? How does the live chat feel? Live chat, talk to me. Now, I don't know what's been going on with Streamlabs and these live chats, but we got people here in the live chat, y'all. I don't know why it's not showing. But again, I'm not expecting a lot of people here because I'm not ranting on AEW. It was a good show, so therefore it's not anything noteworthy. It's stupid. It's lame. You know, I feel like I'm tanking these AEW streams when I come up here and speak positively on it. But that's just how I feel. I'm not going to give you something that I'm not. And it sucks that, you know, the good shows don't generate views. Only the rants do. That's just what it is, man. So how y'all feel? Cleo Does Everything says, words on the street is that Camille was backstage tonight on Dynamite. She actually was. That was reported by Fightful Select. Do I think she will be in AEW? Like, honestly, again, Camille, Mercedes Moné, Jamie Hayter coming back. Again, if you're going to have her here, cool, but you need more TV time for the women. Don't just be hiring women and not showcasing them. Hook is going to be a main event player one day. 1,000%. 1,000%. I agree. Who said that? Gen X 6887? Mark Galan says, I don't think his intentions were about saving Hook. I disagree. I think they were about saving Hook. That's exactly why he went out there. John Bill II says, no lie, Renee got some nice legs. She knows she does. Renee knows what she's doing. Renee knows she's trying to get that sex appeal. She's just trying to hide it. I ain't mad at her. Don't get mad. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Hate the game. Ben James, Swerve has slowly become one of my favorites. Slowly? How is he not already one of your favorites? He's one of mine. Swerve is one of the best wrestlers today. Period. Thank you for plugging the Discord, Cleo. Guys, join the Discord. Join that Discord, man. We got 2 links in the live chat. Join the Discord. Steve Bram says, not just more TV time for the women, but good stories to go with them. Yeah, of course, naturally speaking, and common sense would tell you, with more TV time comes good storytelling as well. I agree. Is there any chance I'm going to review TNA sometime this year? You know, I actually have been considering it. It's just goddamn, like, I already watch enough wrestling as it is. But if it becomes high demand, then yes, I'll start reviewing it. But let me keep an eye on it. But I'm seeing that a lot of people are getting into TNA again, which is good. But I would like it to be in high demand first before I just start reviewing it, because again, this is a very important platform for me, and I don't want to be giving it to just anybody. I have 2 questions, Alyx. Do you think AEW should get an all-women's wrestling show? Who is this? Oh, Higurashi. Member for 12 months. Thank you, sir. I just started watching, and whose house? Whose Alyx house? I appreciate that, sir. Alright, back to Shallow Star. Do you think AEW should get an all-women's wrestling show at some point? They should do at least one, just to see how well it goes. I think they can make it work. But they will need Mercedes Moné, though. And Britt Baker. And Jamie Hayter. And Athena. And maybe some other women to come in. Also, should they just book smaller venues for now? I've actually been thinking about that. Because they can't do 5, 10, 12,000 anymore. They were able to do it before, but now they can't. So I would, suggest that they look into doing a small venue, maybe with 2,000, 3,000. And personally, I would just go back to Jacksonville and just do Daly's Place. Just do that. Just do that until you can get things going again. Start over. Start over. Ultra Shout 97 is being a dick. He's an all women's wrestling show. I mean, come on, Nick. Come on. We can make it work. Come on. I understand that the women can barely get 15 minutes a show, let alone an entire show, but still. I like the idea, so I'm stand behind it. Don't be listening to Nick. Don't read his comment. He's just being a jerk. All right, y'all. You know what to do. Let me go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for being here. Again, we're gonna finish out the week with a review of SmackDown this upcoming Friday, and then next week is Royal Rumble week. I gotta plug it. Monday is my it's the go home show for Rumble for Raw. On Tuesday is my Rumble predictions. Of course, Dynamite next week. Might not do a review on SmackDown because someone invited me to a party, so I'm probably gonna use Friday to go to a party. But outside of that, big week of Rumble. Big week for Rumble next week. Yeah, that's what's coming up. And then, of course, just to plug it one more time, Super Chat Championship will be on the line next Saturday. Franklin Torres, who's keeping the belt warm for his tribal chief, nicknamed Mai. Will someone take it, or will he maintain it? Because I'm very curious to know who is coming for the belt. Because they be coming hard. Pause. Alright, y'all. Let me get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. You know what to do. Like the video, subscribe, and click the button to do all the YouTube things. Leave a comment. Subscribe. If you haven't already. Follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. By the way, I saw that donation from Higurashi. So I'm going to let this donation play really quickly while it's getting queued up. Once again, let me go ahead and plug the Discord. I am pushing the Discord hard. I really want to have this this Rumble party. 88 people, that's fine. Nah, we need 100. I want 100. Wow.
They need both an all-women's and all-men's shelter everyone can get on TV.
Men's shelter? Both all men and all women's shows. That boy said shelter. Shelter? Hilarious. Shelter. Sure. Nah. Hey guys. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for your time. Get to that Discord. The links are all over the live chat. One in the description as well. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making me a part of your day. And always know that you are welcomed right here in Alyx's World, a place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out. Peace.
When you're when you're